Well, hey there. It is Gwen Lepard. I'm so delighted to see you. I was out and about today, and oh my gosh, I've been talking about the holiday tension and what happens with traffic and people's moods, and I got to experience it firsthand at the local Costco. I first the people trying to get into the parking lot were lined up, and it's the middle of the afternoon. Hey, Caitlin, do you have this problem down there in Australia in Canberra? um, so the people are lined up, and I go around and I come in a different way, and I'm watching all the people walking through the parking lot and looking at the tension on their faces. And I get over to get gas, and I happen to notice that they now have indicators that show when pumps are open, when they're not. Hey, Penny, good to see you. And so I got in a lane that would allow me to just pump straight into my tank instead of going across the trunk, and just make it easy for myself. And lo and behold, as soon as I pulled in, the three cars ahead pulled out, and I was just one car away from being able to get gas. So here I'm thinking, oh, I'm going to be here for a while. And then it was so simple and easy. I'm going to say effortless. And then I go inside, and I notice as I'm walking past the people that are packing the carts, I notice this one person that is just the strain on her face is just intense, and she's doing her job and she's packing, but she is not smiling. I can hear her saying, I just don't want to be here. And I felt that all along the line. And then I wandered through and got the things that I'd gotten. I'd come for four things. I came for four things. I had enough that I could carry it on my head, like the Maasai women carry water on their heads. And you'll hear more about that as we move into the next year. And there was a woman who I knew. Well, she's a friend of my mom's, and I was like, hey, and she's like, and she's like, and she goes, this person needs some help, and I'm like, ooh, wow. And I just laughed and told him, actually, I was saying hi to her. I was trying to say hi to her but she didn't recognize me without my mom. And then he told her that, and she said, oh, and then she did recognize me. She was like, how's your mom? Gave a hug. She said, I just don't want to be here. And I was like, wow, not only did I hear it empathically earlier, but also she said it to me. I really don't want to be here. And so I shared a little energy with her, and I wish that I would have shared with her the little, if you just, it helps clear some of the cords that people are attaching to you, especially people that are really anxious, that because your solar plexus, they get them. So, just a little thing like that. It's like just pushing that energy away. And basically what it does is it disrupts it's like you're a radio station and they're tuned into you, they're plugged in, and then they're loving the songs you're playing and the tune you're playing, and they're just sucking that energy out of you. And your energy field is like way out there, and so you're like feeling all the people that are around you, and so you need to bring your energy field in. Just say bring it in 18 inches, and that actually will just do it. Your body will just do it for you automatically. And I'm teaching. I'm so excited about a class that I'm starting on Sunday. We did a soft launch last Sunday, but the first actual class is this Sunday, and I'm going to be teaching tools on how to protect yourself with energy and clear yourself of old relationship baggage, so that the holidays can be much more relaxed. And so that's just a simple thing, just if you're walking through the grocery store or Costco or wherever, use that if you're feeling like not yourself. And you can, to cut all the cords, you can just do a karate chop front and back, and that will help clear things out, momentarily. But we're always constantly reaching out. And so instead of being a battery for somebody else that's really in a bad mood and affecting you with their secondhand anxiety, just brush them away. It's like they're like a fly. Take your energy elsewhere. So I leave Costco and I decide to stop by my local co-op, and I could tell just driving into the parking lot that the energy was so different. People were smiling. There wasn't a huge line. There were parking spaces. People relax, they're walking slow, they're not holiday shopping, not getting the stuff they need for the holidays. Hey, Jody, good to see you. And so I go in and I'm looking for my stuff, and I realize I hear somebody say, it's your 10% off your membership. And I'm like, ooh, I get to get some more stuff. And so I get some more things, and then I'm walking out, and I just had my hair done today. Thanks for the like, appreciate it. And this woman stops. It's like in a Prius. She stops, and I think that she's waiting for someone, that's going to be moving out or something. And so I go around her, and she rolls down her window, and she goes, "No, I just stopped to tell you how cute you are." And I was like, "Whoa, awesome, thank you." I mean, look at the contrast of that energy. Costco, stress, strained faces. I don't want to be here. Crunched, vigilant. All of this tense anxiety about the pressure to perform for the holidays, instead of the co-op, chill, getting high vibration food. We're just here living life, and stopping and sharing a compliment with someone. I was like, wow, what a difference. And I was vibrating at a really high level. I've been doing my practices, and last night I had an amazing breakthrough with my mentor. I shared Kimberly Banfield, and I was sharing about that in my Facebook Live yesterday, how she said, see money all around you. Like, these things back behind me, that's money. The tree, it's money. My haircut, it's money. The clothes I wear, it's money. All of the things in our lives. If you talk on a phone, that could be $1,000 worth of money. There's money everywhere. And one of the problems I hear so often, it's like I'll get on the phone with somebody, and I'll tell them about the program. I'll show them the program PDF, and they're like, oh my God, I need this. Like 95% of people say, I so need this. And the next words are, I can't afford it. I don't have the money. I mean, one gal told me, if I don't get paid this week, I don't feed my kids. And I want to end that. And it is a shift. I told her, it's like, I need a shift, because I'm constantly in this, I don't have any money, and I'm attracting people, I don't have any money. So she said, you got to stop right now, because there's money all around you. I mean, if every hair on my head was a $100 bill, I'd probably be a millionaire, just from the hair on my head. To replace your body parts that we can actually replace is hundreds of millions of dollars. So just the fact that you are in the body that you're in, you are so wealthy, and money is everywhere. The reason why you can't find it is if you're in lack, I need money, I want money, because you're just putting out lack. There isn't any. So if you start seeing money everywhere you look. I woke up this morning and I looked around my room and I thought, wow, I am surrounded by so much money. And in the past, money was a bad word. Hey, Brittany. And so I don't know when that shifted, but I'm so excited that there's money all around me. Because in order to do big things and in order to make a big impact, you need to have revenue, and we need to be able to take care of ourselves. And I have really big things coming up. I'm going to Hawaii to put together a TEDx talk. So I'm super excited about that. I've talked some about it on my Facebook Lives on where I'm going with that. The program that I'm starting this Sunday is about clearing relationships and the tools, the 13 steps to clear those relationships, and give you the tools so that you can actually go into your life. Because what I do, what my teacher does, we all have the ability to do it. Some people have lived a life that makes it easier for them to do it, but we all have the ability to clear energy. We all have the ability to do amazing healings. Our body does what we tell it to. And it just, sometimes we're telling it things that we don't think that we're telling it, or we think we're telling it the opposite of what we're telling it. So, hey, so today's 320 days that I have been doing Facebook Lives, and it all started out with asking the question, how do I love myself today? It morphed into the self-love experience. And what I'm truly passionate about is creating relationships that stand the test of time, radiant relationships that stand the test of time. And without having this practice and without having asked that question, I wouldn't be creating radiant relationships. I have more connections, friends, relationships with people all over the planet now than I've ever had in my life. I regularly get on Zoom with people from Australia and Canada and the States, and my heart is so full and overflowing at all of the wonderful connections that I have around me. And that's what it's really about, is creating more connection and creating healing for our hearts, for our souls, for our bodies, for our minds, and having some really great energy hygiene so that you can get through the holidays without totally stressing out and walk into Costco and go, wow, these people are really stressed out, and, you know, send some beaming love and light around you. And yes, you can do that. And I hear those that are grumpy. It's like, oh, you're so Pollyanna. Take off those rose-colored glasses. The life isn't that way. It's like, your life isn't that way, and my life certainly has ebbed and flowed. And I've played and danced with the shadows big time, and had days of absolute dark night of the soul, and completely on the floor sobbing, not knowing what's next and where I'm going. It always turns around, always. And especially if you look for it and look at all the abundance around you, look at all the money around you, look at all the love around you, and then bring that love back to yourself. Thank you so much for joining me. So remember, if you're out there and the holidays are just that people are stressing you, just do that. That's all you have to do. Just push it away and disrupt that connection that they're doing. Hey, Julie, awesome to see you. I'm just wrapping up. So happy holidays, whatever it is that you celebrate. I know in Canada, they've already had Thanksgiving. I'm not sure what they do about Thanksgiving, if they even do in Australia. I'll have to ask that question. I know it's next week. It's next week. It's next week. And then going into whatever you celebrate in December, I'm going to be here to support people. I still have a couple of spots left for the group. I have the number that I wanted to start, but I have room for 6 more people. Probably 3 would be ideal, though I would take 6. And so just PM me. I'm going to throw up a little video about it underneath here. And I'm going to support all the way from last Sunday all the way through the 24th of February. So through Valentine's Day, through the holidays, getting you through the new year, having support in a group, and with a lot of tools that they've changed my life. They've changed so many lives, and you can do them. They're easy to learn, and you just have to do them. In fact, they're more difficult to teach and more difficult to remember than to actually do them. So now I encourage you to ask yourself, how am I loving myself today? Do something to love yourself. And now, Caitlin, Penny, Jody, Brittany, Julie, anybody that watches later, I love you. Thank you so much for being here. And now, you go love yourself. Take care.